What up, what up, what up? It's the one, the only, but what do I know boxing? Back at you with another one. Showtime has just brought out their summer schedule, their spring and summer schedule, and we got some fights that I'm super excited about, and some fights that I'm super not excited about, and some fights that are like cool. So let me go by piece. Now, let me tell you, first and foremost, I am going to be making a video on every single one of these fights. I'm not going to give no prediction or anything. Well, I'm gonna try not to give no prediction or anything on this video, but I'm definitely gonna be, I'll go more in depth, come closer to those specific fights. You know what I'm saying? But this is just kind of highlight the great fights, the good fights, and the All right. So basically, coming up March 26th, we have Tim Tszyu, the son of I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but Costa Tszyu. Everybody knows Costa Tszyu. If you don't, you probably seen him without even recognizing from the highlight reel of the funniest knockouts ever when Zab Judah was knocked out. Zab Judah was undefeated. Costa Tszyu knocked him out. Zab Judah got up and pointed to the ref like, "Hey, don't you start counting." And he dropped again. It was a funny knockout. Everybody should have seen it or whatnot, even if you don't watch boxing. So this is his son Tim Tszyu against Terrell Gausha. Terrell Gausha, He's decent. I'm not really impressed with him. He was a former Olympian or whatnot. Good boxer, but this should be a good test for Tim Tszyu, seeing how Tim Tszyu ain't fought a damn soul, but people are so eager to see him rushing there with Jermell Charlo. I'm not even going to speak on that, but this should be a good test for him. Plus, it's his U.S. debut. He's from Australia, so it should be a good test for him. Next up, we have Erickson. Now, this is one of the fights that I'm most excited. So that fight, the Tim Tszyu versus Costa Tszyu, that's a good fight. This fight right here is an excellent fight. I'm super excited about this fight with Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora. Now, anybody that knows me, even if you know me from the boxing group page and Facebook, check this out. Y'all know Jermell Charlo is my favorite fighter at 154, but I've always been most interested in Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin has evolved since his loss against Jermell Charlo, which was a knockout, devastating. Well, not devastating, but a one-punch knockout in the first round, where Erickson Lubin basically made a rookie mistake. As a southpaw, you don't want to dip to your left when you're fighting. You don't want to dip to your left off of a jab. When a right hand fighter or an orthodox fighter is throwing a jab, you don't want to dip to your left, because then you're in danger for the right hand, and that's exactly what he was in danger for. He ran into Jermell Charlo's uppercut, and he was out after that. But he since then has improved drastically, man. He beat what's that banana boy that Jermell Charlo that beat J Rock, right? Jason Rosario. I'm sorry. When I do these videos, I get so excited. But he beat Jason Rosario, who was the unified champion, man. He beat Nathaniel Gallimore, man. He this dude. He beat who else was it? He beat somebody. But listen, the dude is on a roll, man. He's definitely on a comeback. I'm super excited to see him fight, man. Super excited. Sebastian Fundora. If y'all don't know, that dude should have been like a basketball player, but he probably wasn't coordinated enough. But man, that dude is super tall. The tallest super welterweight by far. Dude's like 6'4", 6'5". Just like, but it be dropping them, bro. Like, be dropping them. Funny thing, bro. Erickson Lubin went the distance with Nathaniel Gallimore. Sebastian Fundora stopped him. And Nathaniel Gallimore, he be giving people tough fights, man. And Sebastian Fundora stopped him. So, bro, that's an excellent fight. I'm super excited about that fight. Super excited about that fight. I can't wait for April 9th. Coming up next, then we have the week after that, April 16th, we have Earl the Truth Spence versus Yordenis Ugas. Man, Yordenis Ugas coming off of a career moment, beating the legendary, past his prime, but the legendary Hall of Fame Manny Pacquiao, bro. I'm super excited about that fight, man. This is a unification bout. You can't ask for more, bro. What? Errol Spence has the WBC, the IBF. Yordenis Ugas has the WBA Super Champion that he got off of Manny Pacquiao. Man, I'm super excited about that unification bout, and hopefully the winner will come up against the one, the only Terrence Bud Crawford in an undisputed match in the welterweight division, something that we haven't had in years. So check this out. Now, May 14th. So wait, let me tell y'all the L. Spence fight versus Yordenis Ugas fight, perfect fight. I'm excited for that. But May 14th is the day I've been waiting for since July of last year. The fight that I'm most excited for, man, Jamel Lions Only. Hey, I say what the fuck I want. I'ma say what the fuck I want. Charlo, bro, versus Brian Castano, 2 in the rematch for undisputed in the first in the 4 belt era, the first undisputed. Man, I'm super excited about that fight, bro. I definitely think Jermell Charlo is gonna make the necessary adjustments. He has Derek James in his corner. Derek James is a great coach, and for y'all that don't realize, Jermell Charlo definitely goes back and works on his mistakes, just like in the fight. Just like in his fight with man, I be so excited, bro. I be losing track. But y'all know what I'm talking about, the fight that he lost, that he really shouldn't have lost. But nevertheless, man, listen, Tony Harrison. I get so excited, bro. I can't even think of the names. But yes, his loss against Tony Harrison that I really thought that he should have won. He came back the next fight, made the necessary adjustments, and ended up stopping Tony Harrison. All Jermell Charlo has to do is leave his emotions out of it, which is a lot harder said. It's a lot easier said than done if you know Jermell Charlo. He's a hot-headed dude. But hey, Lions Only, yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm super excited about that fight. That's definitely the most the fight that I'm looking forward to the most out of all these fights. Mainly, because I'm a huge Jermell Charlo fan, bro. I heard Tony Harrison will be fighting on the undercard of some of these fights. One of these fights, man. It'll be good to see him coming back because he didn't look good at all in his last fight. He had fall into a draw. Next after that, we have David Benavidez versus David Lemieux here in Phoenix, Arizona, man. I'm super excited about that fight. We have 2 power punches. David Lemieux being a very, very hard hitter, moving up to 168, man, because he couldn't make 160 anymore, man. David Benavidez, man, bro, on a comeback trail. I love the energy that David Benavidez has, man. He's like, man, listen, I'm not finna sit here and chase Canelo, but I'm gonna put myself in a position to where Canelo has to see me. And it's no if, ands, or but. He has to see me. That's what David Benavidez is doing, and I love it. David Benavidez, former two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, man. Super excited to see him come back, bro. The first time he lost his belt off for doing that cocaine. Then the second time, man, he lost his belt because he was overweight, man, coming in at 170, 2 pounds over the super middleweight limit, man. David Lemieux, who's not done jack shit, but I haven't seen. I ain't gonna say here lie to you. I ain't seen David Lemieux in a few. I ain't heard nothing from David Lemieux. But hey, this is a good comeback trail for my boy. My boy coming back, man, and possibly will get the winner because Caleb Plant is in talks with fighting Anthony Durrell. Possibly the winners of that could fight each other. That's what Showtime's talking about. I'm just saying. Good fight. Not as good as like the Jermell Charlo versus Castano or the Earl Spence versus or your Dennis Ugas or even the Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora, but it's still a good fight. Still a damn good fight, okay? So next up, man, we have Gervonta Davis versus Rolando Rolly Romero, man. That fight is on pay-per-view. I don't know why. It's like they're trying to force Tank to be a pay-per-view star. But whatever, bro. That's not a fight that I was really looking forward to, but I know that Rolly is gonna make that entertaining. Rolly is gonna make that fight entertaining. So I'm not mad at Rolly. I'm not mad at that fight, but just based off the fact that Rolly's gonna make it entertaining. But it's time for Mayweather promotion. They gotta let Tank fly now. I'm ready to see Tank whoop on these other guys, bro, because I know Tank can do it, and I damn sure know Tank. He ain't scared of none of these dudes. But Mayweather and them just for some reason. They want to move him extra slow, man. Let my mans fly, bro. Push him off the nest. It's time that he flies, man. So, but that's still gonna be an entertaining build-up. At least I definitely got Tank winning that fight by stoppage. But damn, I said I wasn't gonna do no predictions. I told you it was gonna slip out. I told you it was gonna slip out. I can't help it. I'm a boxing guru, bro. This is the sport this sport came upon me. A lot of these dudes be making these videos. They don't be really on this sport like I be on this sport. This is my sport. I competed in this sport for years. So I get excited. So you gotta excuse that, man. You gotta excuse that, bro. So I'm definitely excited for it just because based off the build. I think I'm more excited for the build up of the fight between Tank Davis and Rolly Romero than I am the actual fight, because like I said, Tank, Rolly, you remember what Rolly said at the press conference? Man, look at his arms are so, man, my dick's bigger than his arms, man. You think so? I'ma knock you the fuck out. That's exactly how he sound. Next up, we have the one, the only cool boy himself, Mr. Stephen Fulton, in the building from Philly, Pennsylvania, repping that Philly all day, every day. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, man, against Danny Roman. Danny Roman was Danny Roman's coming back after a loss, man, that he's taken, man. He's been asking for these big fights, and now he has one. And we all know Stephen Fulton is coming off of his very all-out action fight against Brandon Figueroa, the younger brother of Omar Figueroa, in a very close fight, man, that I actually wanted to see. I wanted to see them run that back, but nevertheless, Stephen Fulton, cool boy, unified champion at 122, man, WBO, WBC super bantamweight champion, man. I'm excited for that fight. That's a good fight. Ain't you know what I'm saying? I'm not as excited as the other fight, but that's a good fight. Okay, cool. Next up, we got Jamal Lions Only Charlo against Masaleski. So I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even too excited about that fight. And I'm a Lions Only fan, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Lions Only all day. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. But I don't blame Jamal Charlo, but I blame Oscar Coke La Hoya. I blame Oscar De La Hoya. Now, Oscar De La Hoya be so much on that cocaine. This man, listen, I got a separate video coming about that, man. Jamal Charlo tried to get the fight with Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia being 39-0 with 30 knockouts. Jamal Charlo tried to get the fight with him, bro. De La Hoya and Jaime Munguia's fault why that fight didn't happen, not Jamal Charlo. I definitely have a video coming on that. Y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all check that out when I drop it. So I don't blame Charlo, because they was trying to get the Jaime Munguia fight, and it just so happened that they got this fight because this is the only fight that they could this was the opponent that could work with after things fell through with Jaime Munguia. So I can't really blame Jamal Charlo, but I am not really looking forward to this fight. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm definitely going to watch it, man. I want to see, you know, I think maybe Charlo can make a statement by stopping Masaleski. He's never been stopped before. He's been in the ring with Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders. He has 2 losses against those two. You know, good fight, good name, good level fighters, but he's never been stopped. So maybe Jamal can show us something different and stop dude. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, maybe that's something to look forward to. For if I'm Jamal, I'll be pressing to try to get the stoppage on dude. But you know, it's not really that big of a fight. But again, Jamal, that wasn't the opponent that Jamal wanted. Jamal wanted Jaime Munguia, but De La Hoya, you know, being on that cocaine, stop that fight from happening. So, you know, I got a video coming up about that. Make sure y'all check that out. It's coming soon. Then last but not least, July 9th, we have Mark Masanyo versus Ray Vargas. Mark Masanyo coming off of his victory against Gary Once a Year Russell. I thought Gary Russell should have won. I mean, not won. No, I had Gary Russell losing that fight. But obviously, man, if you watch that fight, you definitely know I had him losing in a close fight. Gary Russell outboxed the shit out of dude, but it was just Gary Russell, like, he in the midst of the fight, and it's no excuse, because if you watch it, you'll see Gary Russell. He already admitted that he had an injury, and then coming in the fight, he landed a punch. What was it? Was it right? I can't remember. But and you could see him, like, you could clearly see it. They even showed it on the replay where he was just wincing in pain, and he stopped throwing his it was his right hand. He stopped throwing his right hand, so he literally fought that entire fight with one hand, with one arm, and did a damn good job. Very, very close fight. So I knew for a fact Mark Masanyo was not gonna fight Gary Russell again, because he didn't want that work, bro. He didn't want that work. Gary Russell was gonna punish dude if he had two arms. The problem is Gary Russell just fighting. He's just too inactive, man. But Mark Masanyo versus Ray Vargas. Mark Masanyo is not the smartest fighter. He made a lot of mistakes against Gary Russell, man. I'll do a video about his fight, up and coming fight. But he made a lot of mistakes against Gary Russell, man. He's not the smartest fighter. Ray Vargas, tall, lanky, undefeated, bro. I don't really think much of him. I think Mark Masanyo takes this fight. Damn, I wasn't gonna do. But that's still a good fight, man. That's still a good fight. That's a very good fight, man. So this is the schedule. Showtime PBC boxing schedule for spring and summer, man. Let me know what you think. Which fight are you excited about the most? Drop, like, subscribe. Hey, but what the heck do I know?